Hello, my name is Dennis and we are having a family farm. We grow about 1,000 hectares of vegetables. We mostly grow carrots, onions, potatoes and radish, and we also produce those crops in organic. My father founded the farm 20 years ago. Then it got bigger and bigger, and now we supply most of the German supermarket chains with carrots, onions and radish. I studied horticultural science at university and came in the farm like 4 or 5 years ago. Now I mostly take care of the organic farm. I first heard about the LaserWeeder on Instagram actually, so on social media, and I always thought it's still in kinder shoes and you still have like one prototype or something. But then I reached out to you guys, and actually back then it was already in the Netherlands, and yeah, then we got a demo and then we bought one. The conditions in the field can be way worse than they have to be when you want to weed mechanically, because it has to be dry and nice, and we don't always have that here in the spring. We always have to deal with wet conditions, and with the LaserWeeder you basically make no contact to the ground. You just have the wheel tracks. We can go whenever we want. We save a lot of human resources, because before we used to hand weed the things we couldn't get with machines. So that took us a lot of hours, of course, and a lot of humans to hand weed the wheat. And that was pretty expensive, of course. And LaserWeeder hopefully saves us a lot of money. What made us purchase the LaserWeeder is actually the worth we saw in killing weeds, and also to our limited pesticide use on the conventional farm. So we are thinking ahead of time actually, because we think it will be even more restricted in the future. We are kind of scared support-wise in the beginning, so who does the support, who brings spare parts, who changes spare parts, whatever, and also the software support. But this fear didn't show up to be real at all. Like, the support is great. Also the remote thing on the iPads is working like fantastic, and every problem got solved in like minutes. We as farmer are always in like pretty close contact with carbon. They have a lot of good people and they help you straight away, so we are very happy actually. With the LaserWeeder there are some things you have to consider. You have to like blend in sets, because you have to be ahead of the weeds basically, and it's the best to fight the weeds when they are as small as possible, so the weeds shouldn't be too big. But other than that, it works great, and it changed some things for us. We can get in the field earlier than we could on hand weeding, and we are also getting the weeds earlier, which saves us nutrients, which the carrot obviously can use. The stand count is better for us, and hopefully in the end the yield also. Well, handling the LaserWeeder and also the user interface of the iPads are, like, in my opinion, pretty straightforward. It's hard in the beginning, of course, but within a day you like get to all the points, and as soon you got them in your head, like, it's pretty straightforward. You power it up, touch a couple of things on the iPad, and then you get weeding basically. You of course have to check the weeding quality once in a while, but as long the weeder is set one time and is running on one model and on one crop, it's pretty easy to use and straightforward. And also there's like no big thing the operator has to do. Like, once it's set and once he knows how to set everything up, it's pretty easy, and there's no certain degree of qualification the operator has to fulfill or whatsoever. It's just pretty straightforward. So the most used feature on the LaserWeeder for us is the banding feature. We use that a lot because we seed every crop in rows. So we only band the rows, and everything outside that band we do mechanically to save time and go faster with the weeder to cover more hectarage or area. It's actually the first season where we, I think, didn't hand weed until almost May now. The carrots are pretty tall already, and we didn't hand weed some fields at all. We have to go in them at some point, but before we had to do it twice or 3 times to this stage. So yeah, that's a huge thing which changed for us. So especially on our organic farm, fighting weeds is the most important thing, of course. So in that term we were always looking into the future, but with the LaserWeeder we came on a whole new level there.